Hi, today we're going to look at flexibility and mobility around the hips to assist with split kick and also twisting kick. So with these techniques, they're quite difficult and they take specific muscles to be able to do them and specific flexibility to be able to do them. The techniques that we're going to use today and the exercises, they're great in regards to all flexibility around the hips, but hopefully it's going to target those areas you need for those two techniques. Right, we're going to do most of it on the ground. What I'd like to do is to do the normal mobility exercises that have been in a recent video, but also specific flexibility around just hamstrings, the hip flexors, the quads, the adductors and the abductors. So these are just the specific ones to assist with taking it to that next stage. Right, first one we're going to look at is a sort of an adaptation on the pigeon stretch, which is a yoga stretch. Now with that, what we'd normally have is we would take the knee to the front and then we'd sit back and we'd take our body down to the knee. We start to feel it into the gluteal muscles, into the abductors and the peroneus. However, what we're going to do is we're going to adapt that slightly. So what I want you to do here is, I want you to keep the leg at 90 degrees at the front. Still try to keep the pelvis flat and straight, and then from this position we then just move backwards with the foot. So my leg is straight backwards, my body is set to about 45 degrees, taking the weight onto my hands, but my front leg is at 90 degrees. And we just start to ease into it. We start to feel the stretch slightly differently. So we keep easing into it, easing into it. When we can, we push the leg back a little bit further. We try to ease the hips down towards the floor. So the whole point is trying to lower those hips. So that's number one. We'll do both sides. So again, we take it, leg to 90 degrees. So my knee is next to one hand, my foot next to the other hand. We take the pelvis as straight as we can and as flat as we can, and now we're trying to ease that pelvis down towards the floor. Notice hips, shoulders straight. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, we're going to look at the sort of Isle of Man exercise, as I call it. So we take our rear leg to around about 90 degrees. We take the front one also to 90 degrees here. So we take our body straight, trying to get the hips flat onto the floor as possibly we can. From this position, we're just going to rotate, and then we're going to hold down into an isometric hold. So I rotate my shoulders, I'm holding, I'm holding, I'm holding. Around about 10 to 15 seconds, and then up we come. So with flexibility and with sort of technical kicking, we need to not only have the flexibility and mobility, but we need to have the strength in there, the isometric strength. So taking it into a stretched position and holding it in that position, we start to bring some tensile strength into the muscle group as well. So onto the other side, 90 degrees at the front leg, to the back leg, rotate, keep the body nice and straight, then rotate ourselves, then drop down into it and hold. When we can, we drop down a little bit further, until we can get as low as we possibly can. We now take it on to our knee rotations. So legs straight to the front, knees straight to the front. What we're going to do, nice and upright with the body, we rotate around. We've done this before, but now what we want to do is take the body as far around as we possibly can and up. Rotate the legs, over, rotate and through. With doing something like a jumping split kick, it's also the back and the core that's also taking a lot of the strain on this, because there's a rotation of the back at the same time. So we need to start bringing some flexibility within that as well. So all we have to do is to get repetitions going and through. Nice and upright, round. Round, hands on, rotate a little bit further. Okay, so next we're going to take it on to frog legs, which we've done before. So with this, we take our knees apart, our feet at the back are going to be relatively close together in this position. Okay, so that's the position we're looking at. We're trying to get the knees out as far as we possibly can, but so it is going to be comfortable for doing the actual exercise. So once we're in this position standing up, we take our hands onto the floor. We push back into it. We feel a stretch at this position. We then come forwards, ease into it, and stretch through so we feel it coming into the adductors, the inside of the legs. and then ease back again. When you can, shift the legs out a little bit further, then off we go again. We shouldn't feel pain, we should go as far as comfortable so that we just feel the stretch in there, but we're not overstraining. Okay, next we take it on to the standing sort of frog stretch. So now again we bring those isometrics into it. From this position, what we're going to do is we're going to take our hands on the inside, we're going to push out onto the legs, we're going to hold, we're going to lift up, and then back up again. Turn the legs out. So we're looking at the stretch here. The elbows are pushing out onto the inside of my legs. Holding it, holding it, holding it. So we're not just sitting onto my haunches, I'm using the musculature to hold the technique. So I'm holding, I'm pushing, looking up. And repetitions through that. Okay, so we now come on to quite a complex one. So what we're going to look at here is we need to have some flexibility in the hamstrings to be able to do this well, but by doing the exercise it will also help. What we're going to do is we're going to hold on to the feet. We can have it individually if you like, so to start off we can have the hand down here to give you some balance, and then eventually we go on to both hands here. What we're looking to do is to take the leg foot from a straight position, take it up, out, and rotate, and back down again. The other one, up, out, and rotate. Up, out, and rotate. We're trying to get the foot to come parallel to the floor in this position as much as we can, and also extend those hamstrings out as much as we can. So again, from this position, nice and upright. Lift, rotate, rotate it back. Lift, rotate, rotate it back. Last but not least, we're going to go on to another yoga pose which will help with this. We can either hold on to something to start with to make it easier. So from this position we take the heel up as far into the groin as we possibly can. From this position we hold on to the foot, we then straighten up, we push the knee down and back. So we're trying to get this as straight as we possibly can and easing into it. Bring it up. Place it down. Lift up as far as we can, then ease down with the knee as far as we can. Once we get used to that, we can actually just take it into freestanding so that we can bring some balance into it as well. Lift up, push down, back nice and straight, keep easing it in, and change. And when you get really proficient, what we can do is we can take it up, keep the foot there, drop the knee down, and keep pushing the knee down. So now we use some strength and mobility, flexibility, and also balance. Okay, hope these help you with your twisting kick and your split kick, but also in general about getting those hips mobilized. Thank you.